Hey, this is Sandy Shellis, and I have to fix. I should really edit the post so it doesn't say Friday Night Live because it's Sunday. So I'm going to save it. Um, this is just, again, one of those I'm on because something struck me as wanting to be, and I'm going to play a video for you guys. And first, I'm just going to get started here. I have a problem with the background. I have no idea why I look like this. I tried to figure it out. You can't, I mean, you can't see, you can see the picture. I tried to figure it out. Some kind of software update. Let me get the chat up and make sure that everybody or whoever joins me, because I didn't plan this, but I'm going to play a video as soon as I know somebody's joined. And good Sunday afternoon. Oh, here we go. Okay, I can see what's going on. I have people. Hey, what am I doing live? It just popped up because I'm going to play a video because I I got I don't see my comments coming out either. I don't know. I did the update of this software and now everything's all screwed up. So I can't see your comments at the moment. I can see them on my phone, but I can't put them up. And you like the background? That's Mindy Donham. So good afternoon. And I'm not. Yeah, I'm wearing green, but you can't tell. You can see me as a floating head. So I must have screwed up something, you know. I put the hat on because my hair is gross and I'm not loud, so okay, I can fix that too. I can fix the microphone. How's that? Is that better? All right, so very unprofessional day, but I'm going to play a video as long as you like the floating head, Kent. I just would like to have the comments come up, and I don't know what the hell happened there. There's always something. It's always something, and I'm not going to fart around with it. I'm doing a quick one today, and I can read you the yeah, it's Sandy Plant, she says. And I'm also live on Facebook, so I don't know how this looks, who's with us on Facebook, but Mark Owen. Hi, Mark. Okay. Of course it's not a MAGA hat. Oh my God, please. You know what? I can tell you about that. I don't know if you guys ever watch any TV, but I have direct because my husband likes it, right? It's a big fight, but we're not going to go there. So I don't know if any of you watched the Larry David, the Curb Your Enthusiasm episode where, the guy wants to be alone. He wants to be left alone. And he realized that if he put a MAGA hat on, people just got up and they left him. They left the chair next to him. They wouldn't talk to him. They wouldn't bother him, which I thought was pretty funny. So Scott says disembodied Sandy is still our Sandy. Yes, guys, I just lost a ton of weight really fast. It was like overnight. No, I don't know what's with this software. I'm telling. Oh wait, now Facebook is showing, but YouTube isn't showing on the screen. But I'm going to play a video. MAGA Coffee House. Oh my God, please. No. I actually went to this. This was in 2013. That was really before my back took a total shit. Like yesterday, Jen and I were on Friday night, and then yesterday, pretty much I was in bed all day. I was in so much pain, and I'm not even doing much better today. But I am hepped up. I'm drinking my antioxidant, low caffeine coffee, but I am a bit hepped up. So hopefully the YouTube comments will show up like I say here. I can show you, Philip, on Facebook, right? And it's not a MAGA hat. No, but you know what? It's a Harley hat. It could be a MAGA hat. Those morons. But believe me, I rode with enough of. All right, we're not going to go the clueless moron route. And I'll just say hi to John and Kim and CB and Echoes for Nod and Joe. No, Joe. Joe said, unfortunately, green will cause me to disappear. Joe, I had so many backgrounds on testing this. It's never been this bad before. I mean, look at my hands. It's kind of scary, but it's not a lighting thing. I have tons of lighting. The other night, I shared the green screen camera thing with Jennifer, and I'm really, a novice at all this, and I'm sorry if I'm moving around a lot. And it was fine. I learned how to do it, thankfully, to Brian Weinstein from Head in the Box, who I just wrote to because I'm always asking him for help because I'm a complete idiot. I mean, it's taken me, again, I always say it's taken me 2.5 years, but Book Hermit says I'm enlightened. Book Hermit, I agree with you on a lot of things, by the way, and some of the videos that get made are maybe they're a little morose or whatever, but what am I hyped up on? Mike says, God, I wish that the YouTube comments would come up. All right, I'm going to show this video. It's a 4-minute video from CNN. I'll only suffice it to say a family member sent it to me, and I want to talk to you guys about what you think about what he said, and then we're going to read some of the comments. As you know, I'm a Bernie Sanders supporter. As you know, I mean, my topic is going to be what Fareed Zakaria, climate change and doing things about it. That's the topic. George wanted to know what's my topic. So, and I didn't share this anywhere. If you want to share it, go for it. You want to share Sandy head in the green in the grass, go ahead. I am not going to do all that. Book Hermit says I'm sometimes more sane than I appear. Yes, me too. Me too. All right, so let's go. 4 minutes. I want you guys to, even if you have to put the clothespin on your nose and it's because CNN or whatever, just watch this. I'm going to share the screen and I'm going to put this on so you can watch it. And why isn't it working? Oh, great. Okay, there it goes. Everything is giving me a little bit of a, all right, let's see what it looks like. Everything is giving me a bit of a problem today, but it figures. Who said I'm not an idiot? Okay, Philip, you said I'm not an idiot. I can call myself an idiot anytime I want because sometimes I feel like one. All right, let's go.
The prospect of Bernie Sanders becoming the Democratic nominee has startled many people who worry that his brand of democratic socialism won't sell and would pave the way for a second Trump term. This might well be true, but surely the more important question is not whether his programs would be popular, but whether, in fact, they're good programs. It's time to stop grading Bernie Sanders on a curve and start asking what the country would look like if he were to become president. Let's consider the topic that he argues is the single greatest challenge facing America and a global emergency: climate change. Sanders wants to commit the United States to achieving 100% renewable energy for electricity and transportation by 2030. This is a laudable, though ambitious goal. The question is, how will he go about meeting it? US carbon emissions fell almost 15% from 2005 to 2016. According to Carbon Brief, the single largest cause for that was the switch from coal-fired power plants to natural gas ones, 33% of the reduction. The adoption of solar power, by contrast, accounted for just 3%. Nevertheless, Bernie Sanders is opposed to natural gas. He opposes all new fracking, and he seeks to ban it nationwide within 5 years. He also intends to shut down rapidly all gas plants. Now, wind and solar account for less than 5% of US energy consumption. So his plan would require an exponential jump in renewables in just a few years. And even if that happened, it would be extremely difficult to replace gas as a source for electricity. You see, solar and wind are intermittent sources, so they require a backup source in order to provide electricity to homes, offices, and factories 24/7. Sanders has a solution: storage. And if we had the means to store electricity on a massive scale, such as in batteries, there would be no longer need for backup power. But we are not even close to having the kind of storage capacity we would need to make this work. One example: the Clean Air Task Force calculated that just for California to reach 100% electricity from renewables, it would need 36.3 million megawatt hours of energy storage. The whole state currently has just 150,000 megawatt hours of storage. Now, there is another path to clean energy, a source that has zero carbon emissions and provides a continuous flow of electricity: nuclear power. It generates about 20% of the electricity in the US and a majority of power in France and a large portion in Sweden, two countries with carbon emission rates that are among the lowest per person in the industrialized world. But Bernie Sanders opposes nuclear power. In fact, he plans to shut down all America's nuclear power plants within 10 years. Fears about nuclear power are largely based on emotional reactions to a few high-profile accidents that have taken place over the last few decades. Such anxiety ignores the millions of people who die each year due to fossil fuels. According to one study, nuclear energy is 250 times safer than oil and over 300 times safer than coal. Let me be clear. Natural gas and nuclear power have drawbacks and costs. There is no perfect energy solution on hand today. But I believe that we do in fact face a global emergency, and we need every means possible to reduce carbon emissions now. The Sanders Green Energy Plan is magical thinking. It presumes that we can reduce emissions in electricity and transport to zero in 10 years, while simultaneously shutting down the only two low emissions, always available sources of power that collectively provide nearly 60% of America's electricity today. And that makes me wonder, is the real problem that Bernie Sanders will lose or that he might win? For more, go to cnn.com/Fareed and read my Washington Post.
We are done with that, and I hope you guys heard what I heard. All right, so my thoughts. Let me read to you first the comment that the person that sent this to me said. Because I said, I patently do not agree with this. Okay, whatever. You may not agree. This is the person writing back to me. But there are questions Bernie will need to come up with answers for. Huge corporations can't change unless they have a reasonable target to hit. Will Bernie have a plan to show them the way? Will he have a plan to explain to ordinary people that their daily lives won't be disrupted by blackouts? He's a leading candidate. The rubber has met the road. His plans will be scrutinized. All right. I think the answers are there. I honestly don't think, he listens. The person that wrote me this listens enough. Maybe he does. I can't dispute that there's questions. And the thing is, though, my feeling here is if you don't start making the changes, it's just business as usual. And change doesn't happen unless we put these people, we put their backs to the wall. How are they going to change? And then it has to be led by citizens as well. And we should not have to bear the brunt of what we can't afford. So I want solar panels, but I can't afford them, and I know that there's plans. We listen to enough scientists, I wanted to get that back up. We listen to enough scientists that we know that there can be plans and they probably won't even work. These things probably won't even work, but we try, right? We try. Okay. Oh, I see. I'm just looking at this thing that my stream shows, whatchamacallit. I can't find it. I wanted to find some of the comments. So if I could get some of your comments, it would be great. Kent says it is magical thinking. We can do it and keep usage going up Everything has consequences, and no one is willing to pay the price or change their lives enough. There you go. Now I'm trying to find, I really, yeah, you know what? Even your comments are good enough. I just can't get them up on the screen except for, I'm going to shut it off and turn it on, except for YouTube. I mean, Facebook. And last time it happened with Jennifer, the same thing. And then all of a sudden, I played with things, and the look. Heidi says, you're floating. Look, are you wearing something green? It has nothing to do with what I'm wearing. It has something to do with the software that I screwed up somehow, or the update, or whatever. So, magical thinking. Let's see what the comments are. Pink Barrio, even in the absence of a nuclear accident, nuclear power inevitably produces dangerous materials, radioactive waste, which is exactly what I had written back to this person. We're fighting a nuclear waste place called West Valley. We don't even know where the stuff's going to go. I mean, this is the problem. And all the people that are pro nuclear, do they talk about it? What do they talk about? I mean, I really, really wanted to read some of these comments to you, but let's see. Pranker Squire says climate habitat issues are bigger than all of us. Human rights is a big issue, and Bernie will shine on the rights issues. Yes, he will. Give me a second. I'm going to see if I can get up this thing. I really wanted to read the comments from it, and it was. But I have to go back and search CNN, and I have to go back and get the video. But it's worth it. It's worth it because some of the comments there were similar to what we talk about. And it was more overwhelmingly people not happy with what he said. So, okay, let me shut that. Okay, let's go to some of these comments because I thought they were good. Let's see here if I can find them. All right, do you guys have any desire to see them? I mean, I could show you because there were a few that I liked, except everything looks like it's getting screwed up, so maybe I won't show you. Oh, wait. Okay. See, when you don't plan something, nothing works right. So forgive me for this because I'm going to find this again. It just got screwed up. But you know what? When you're your own board up and your own whatever
Here's
and you
my
do
take.
everything yourself, and I don't want his take again. I want the comments. The comments were good and people were really motivated here, but why can't I find the comments for this video? Ah, God, guys. I'm so glad you're all patient with me today. I don't understand it. I played it. Here it is. I don't want to do it again. Where'd the comments go? Oh, show more. Here they are. All right. There was a few that I liked, and let's go through that. All right. Let me just read what Pink Barrio said. There is great concern that the development of nuclear energy programs increases the likelihood of proliferation of nuclear weapons. Yeah, absolutely. But see, CNN and the establishment media, ugh, God, I can't stand it. I put on MSNBC today for just 2 minutes, and that 2 minutes. Right away, 2 minutes, they were putting Bernie down. They were trying to set up that union in Nevada to say, why didn't you pick Bernie? And they want to say that Medicare for all won't work. And my God, how many countries are Canada? So many countries have Medicare for all. Why can't we change here? So I wanted to find, here his voice sink in the end, or that he might win, telling us in this way that it would be terrible. Take a deep breath. Bernie's going to win. And you know what? The world will have a change again. Yeah. Why do they want to stay business as usual? Why? I love how CNN and Fareed are shaking in their centrist neoliberal boots. I like these. I do, and I hope you guys. Hi, Valhalla. He says they let go of those suckers. Bend over and kiss your sweet. Let me see. And Pink Barrio, you Oh, money. Yeah, all money. Of course it's all money. It's the establishment. Okay, is the problem really that Bernie Sanders would lose to Trump or that he would win? Right? Thanks to CNN. Now we know where you stand. It is just pathetic. They really, really is. When JFK said we're going to land on the moon, a lot of people thought he was crazy. If you don't try, you never will. So these people are articulating what I'm thinking. And I just I couldn't articulate it as well as these. Uh, this is the third video I've seen in the last couple of weeks with this news anchor bashing Sanders. Get out of here, man. This is getting ridiculous. And again, we have to start at some point, start really working on it, which we should have 40 years ago. You know, anyway, I'm not going to make this long. Here, Bernie, here's my plan to battle climate change. Klobuchar, we won, third place. CNN, stop Bernie and his voodoo thinking. We need results, and third is stronger than first. Right. See, a lot of people are very, very angry and upset. And then what I saw today, it was Joe Biden talking about Bernie's supporters like me, saying call off the attack dogs. This is a primary, dude. This is what happens. We are not like MAGA 45 cult members, and we are not cult members. We just happen to really understand just what the hell is going on. This just proves that the entire establishment is on the ropes. And then Fareed, a millionaire working for billionaires, lying to the rest of the public. See, somebody else said this is exactly why there would be so many higher paying jobs in renewable energy. It's just pathetic. Ugh, gets me so mad. Book Hermit says the only one they hate more than Bernie is Tulsi. Sure they do. They really hate her. I mean, there's a couple of things that got me upset about her, and I don't have to talk about that here. You ever notice how the establishment always says how we can't do something or it's impossible when it helps huge corporations? That's strange. And then he says, this is somebody that felt like me. Here's my take. And then they put up the finger. I really like the comment section today. I'll tell you what, on CNN, you know. Oh, of course, there's got to be somebody that's the problem of land area needed to warehouse all the batteries. We know these things. Every piece of energy is a problem. Cooling systems to make sure the warehouses don't explode, and several generational advances in battery technology to store the energy needed. People don't realize we're still in the dark ages trying to figure out how to power society through just sun, wind, and water. Well, if we are, then why can't we start? In 1958, we were in the dark ages when it came to man walking on the moon. Look at what a decade of investment and willpower achieved there. And for the record, we ain't in the dark ages. A prime example is the electric car. Look up the documentary, Who Killed the Electric Car, and see where the technology was in the early 90s. If we actually gave a crap about the world we're going to leave our children, we could easily change the global energy system within a decade. All it takes is investment in the required technology instead of investment in weapons of war and subsidies for oil companies and sociopathic bankers. That's all I have. I'm taking it off because really that said it all. And plus I can't I'm not sitting all that well. I mean, for the most part, WASF. In the long run, I don't think personally we're going to solve any of it. Scientists, somebody said, Patrick said scientists thinks that, oh, there is no solution. Wrong. Well, Patrick, you have something you are trying to get through. I know that. I know that. Mike says greed doesn't change. You know, what'll happen is YouTube will come up. It'll come up when I'm ready to finish the video. Hi, Cindy. How are you? And there's a lot of good comments today. Microsoft Word technical support. I have a solution. Hit the accelerator. Sucks for the animals and people in the developing world. But see, a lot of you that follow us feel that way. I don't. I don't. Um, oh, I don't feel that way because I think we should do everything because we're going to do everything. I've said this before. We're going to do everything. Humans do that. It's happening already. But if you listen to Fareed and you listen to CNN, it's not possible to do it fast. Bernie's just, his plan is horrible. It's just the more of the business as usual, status quo, same bullshit. And Bernie makes his speeches. What is he supposed to do? Do a scientific, technical speech? This is a fucking primary. And maybe if this person looked at the website, the Sanders website, would see a lot more. Maybe if you look at the scientists supporting Sanders. Oh boy. LOL. Microsoft Word technical. You were just kidding. I just have little faith. Little faith. You know? But Val says none of these politicians are going to solve it. Did Obama solve it? Obama? I don't even think he ever set out to solve it. What makes you think that some politician will create eco miracles? Okay, I don't think Bernie's going to create eco miracles. I think Bernie's going to create positive feelings. I think Bernie's going to make the little guy finally feel like someone. If we're going to go down on this ship, why can't we go down with Bernie at the helm? I don't want to go down with Donald Trump at the helm or any of those fascist right wingers in any of the countries with all their horrible environmental policies, which, by the way, is next week's topic with me and Jennifer, hopefully. Sorry, I'm very, very uncomfortable. And I have my back brace on and everything. But anyway, hi, Bio. So I can't get you guys on here. I've shut this off. I've turned it on. Heidi shared it to everybody, and I've already been on for 27 minutes. And you know, it's kind of hard. And I think I've said everything I wanted to say. CB says, I really don't think there's going to be an election. Trump is going to cancel the elections because of the virus. I don't know. I can't say. I'm not a prognosticator. I can't tell the future. I have a little bit of faith that there will be something that turns up with this virus. I was listening the other day, and of course, they said what I was listening to, and it was, I think it was the Real News Network, pretty good. And of course, they were talking about all the different animals and the tracing back that is going on in China and using some world resources, because in China it could come from, I mean, for God's sakes, they're eating bats and selling animals on they don't have the kinds of restrictions we do on what they're selling. And Bio says, why would Trump want to cancel the election? He will win for sure. I don't agree with you, but you know what? I'm not gonna put up that hope. And I want to support Bernie. I love Bernie, but I'm not gonna like be the person that has so much on it that I'm destroyed. And there's so many people that are still destroyed over 2016 and all the shenanigans and bullshit and crap that was pulled. But we have to get over it. We got to move forward, you know? I can't, that's why I say I'm not Bernie or bust. I'm Bernie or fight. So there we go. There we go. So Val says, God, I wish the YouTube comments could come up. I go with the panspermia theory of coronavirus. And Marge says the reason why Trump will cancel is because Trump fears Bernie. Yeah, but let's not be cocky. Let's not be cocky. I mean, we know the ultimate. I mean, Patrick McNulty thinks we can refreeze the Arctic, but he's been saying it for 2 years. Nobody does a goddamn thing. Nobody wants to help him, you know? So, anyway, I'm going to give you a thanks, and sorry that again the Facebook didn't come up. I mean, because Facebook is up. Facebook shows they are told what to say. At worst, they believe the IPCC, which we know is wrong on the timeline. Yes, and if you listen to Antonio and Jennifer Yes, they say the same things. And panspermia, the microbes, hitch rides on meteors and comets. That's how life here started on the planet. Oh, Val, you're always like so interesting. And Kendra, Trump has created the same circumstances that Hitler created in Germany, and his dividing of people and removal of any opposition, which has given him the foot in the door for a dictatorship. Mm-hmm. Yep. Kendra said very well. It's a pretty scary time. And no, bio, I'm not going to delete that because I think really Kendra's that's how she feels, and you are how you feel, and I'm there. I see a lot of ugliness, a lot of things, a lot of replication of the past. We do not learn from the past. We don't. You can go back, today. 20 years, Patrick. Oh, Patrick says 20 years he's been working on that. We can go back. Another thing, I was listening to a live stream this morning, and they were talking about how, okay, the guy was saying he wants to abolish private prisons. And I'm laughing. Abolish private prisons. He wants to abolish prisons, right? Okay. Humans have been imprisoning and enslaving each other and animals since the beginning of the Big Bang or the beginning of breathing or whatever they did. And I hope that these people I was listening to, not just private prisons, you can't abolish prisons because humans will never do that. So, we all have to be realistic. Okay, all right. Bio says, but seriously, boss, Hitler, Nazi Germany, no, Trump has not done anything near that. Well, unless you mean climate. I think that Trump is a little bit of the person that could stand in front and whip up that frenzy more than Bernie in a way, but that negative, disgusting frenzy. Kendra's right. We need to stay positive. Kendra's right. We have to stay positive. Oh, hi, Matt. Cross venue craziness. Again. Well, it's not that bad. It's just, oh, well. All right, bio. It's not really an argument. It's just look at history. You can feel the way you feel. That's fine. I'm not sitting here saying, oh, bio, you're wrong, you're horrible. No, I don't want to do that. I just believe that there are things that we see that replicate that kind of mass building up of power. People like being controlled. It seems, why are there all these, why do they vote, or if it even means anything? Why are there so many authoritarians that are winning? People must like to be dictated to and told what to do, because then they don't have to think. They don't have to think. Yeah. Okay. Well, Pink Barrier says more than 1,100 former U.S. Department of Justice officials tell William Barr resign now. God, I wish these were going to, yeah, they were going to come up, but I can't get them. Matt says I'm ahead. I know I'm ahead. I tried everything today. I got to wait for Brian to write me back. Bloomberg, okay, seems a lot also Dems. I didn't say, now wait a minute. Bio says Bloomberg seems a lot of Dems also like to be controlled. I did not put a political spin on that. People, humans. I don't know. It's a theory. It's a theory. It's got to have research. There's got to be more research. Why do people do this? Val said people liked El Duce, i.e., Mussolini. So, man, I'm so mad that I can't get these up. But I can read them. You can hear them, even if you can't see them. But anyway, bio, that was cool. That's cool. It's not, and Bloomberg, Married says Bloomberg's not a Democrat. He's a Republican. He's pretending to be a Democrat. There's such a thing. He's a charlatan, a businessman who was friends with Trump. We are being kind of infiltrated, all because they are scared of Bernie Sanders. Bernie has shaken up pretty much the world. Hi, Keith. Bernie has shaken up the world, honestly, because nobody was talking about the things he's talking about. And the establishment is truly scared because people are starting to get excited, and now they're going to try to trash any kind of Medicare for all. So if these networks want to trash, or they're for incrementalism, tiny little, let's take it. We've already done incrementalism. It's the insurance companies we want to get rid of, and that's the problem. We don't want to get rid of the people's jobs, but that's what they're doing. And I saw, oh yeah, Kim said, de Blasio said today that he had to clean up after Bloomy. I saw that. I listened to him. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, listen, 36 minutes, guys. I really have to get up. I love you all. All right. Maybe I could you're having fun. I could take a hit of my medicinal. Mm. I really hurt today, but I have to come in. Seems like this battery, and this is a whole nother thing I can talk about, the waste in the medical marijuana industry, but we're not going to do that today. I've done it before. I've talked about it. Everything is disposable. Everything is, it's ridiculous. I look for pain, but I don't want to just throw a pain relief, but it's disposable shit. Ugh. Hit one for you. Well, I'm not going to be hitting one for anybody because the battery needs to be recharged. I'm not going to show you black hands because of this. All right, guys. I have to go. It was fun. Yes, cannabis, pink burial. We just have to have a little, we just have to have it more, what is all this crap? And it's all going into a landfill. Yeah, it helps. Keith asked me if it helps. It does help. It helps about 30%, and I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. But this is all another time. All right, guys, peace. I love you all. I'll figure out so that by next week I'll figure out this software because I'll beg Brian. And don't forget, Head in the Box channels. There's a new one that Whitney is doing with Jim Massa, the scientist. I'll put up some links. She's young and it's refreshing. That's on YouTube. Natural Progressive. But Antonio and Nicholas will be doing something, I believe, this week. All right. So look for them because it's about time for their State of the Planet. And thank you, Heidi, for always being here with me. And thank you so much for sharing. And thank you so much for putting up with all the technical crap. And thank you, Karen. Peace. Karen, I'm going to call you Karen. And oh, yeah. Buddy says she's doing a good job, Whitney. Yeah, I love Whitney, young girl that's just smart. And she's got Jim from Alaska, Jim Massa, Science Talk. And yeah, I'm wearing it's not that old, Patrick. He's asking me if I'm wearing an old Milwaukee hat. All right, guys, I keep saying goodnight. Matt says he's going to be posting information, so you can find that probably on Facebook. We'll have to put some links up. Bye, guys. I love you. Bye.